Hello everybody. Today I'm going to do a short video on how to calculate the amount of mulch or gravel, even concrete, dirt, kind of all those landscaping materials, how to calculate how many yards you typically you're going to buy it in yards or maybe even cubic feet, but anyways, I'm gonna show you what I do to calculate that. I've done it a few times. The reason I'm making this video, I've done it a few times on my own, and I've also had, family members, neighbors, kind of ask me, how many yards do you think will take to fill in this flower bed, or how many yards of dirt do you think it would take to fill this up, or gravel, or I've even done concrete a couple times. Anyways, so this estimating like this is a good tool for a couple reasons, or a good thing to do. The first one would be to kind of figure out how much things are going to cost. Say your mulch is $40 a yard. About how much is that going to be? And the second one is if you're having somebody deliver it. So if you're buying mulch and you're getting a yard at a time in the back of your truck, my truck will hold probably about a yard, and you're just slowly doing it. Say I want to fill in this one, this flower bed, these ones. I might just go get a yard and see how far it takes me, and then from there I can go back and get more as needed. But if you're getting 4 or 5 yards delivered, you want to get pretty close because you don't want to be short just a little bit. Or gravel, concrete's really that way because they're going to bring it in a big truck, and there's kind of no going back once if you're short on concrete. So. Anyways, so it's a good estimating tool for cost-wise, and then again, if you're getting stuff delivered, good to know that you're pretty close. That way, you don't have to get another delivery fee. So, a couple things that are pretty important. The first one is measuring the area of a, say it's a flower bed. We'll stick with a nice flower bed, a nice square flower bed. Measuring the area, of course, first, and then the depth. So do you want 6 inches of mulch, 3 inches of mulch, 2 inches of gravel, 4 inches of dirt? So you need to know the area and the depth. So up here, I just wrote down a few of the area equations. Pretty easy, standard. Square, rectangle, length times width, triangle shape. You might have to break something up into a triangle to get a good measurement. It's a half times length times width. And then there's the area of a circle too. Probably don't need that very much. And then your final one down here is of the volume is going to be your area times your depth. So generally your area you're going to be measuring in feet. So your depth typically is probably inches. So you get an area that's going to be square feet. For your depth, say you want 4 inches, you're just going to do 4 over 12 and multiply that by the area. Or if you want 6 inches, half of a foot, 6 over 12. So this was useful. There's some of the equations. The third part to this is how you're going to order. Generally, when I've gotten dirt, gravel, mulch, it comes in yards. So a lot of people probably know, but a yard is 27 cubic feet. So I kind of drew it up there. Cubic feet's a 1 by 1 by 1 square. Cubic foot, sorry. And then a yard is 27 of those cubic feet. So it's 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot chunk of material. And generally they load it with a skid steer, bucket, whatever. But so it's a pretty large amount of material when you're getting it. So down here, I did of the few of the equations. You can look at, hopefully I'm holding that steady enough. Here's one that you probably won't use that often, kind of like the cigar shape or the rounded ends. So what I did here was I just took out this middle square, took the area of that, and then I took the area of the 2 circles at the end. And you can read through that if you want, but more of the and then again I did the triangle too. You can pause it and look at that, but pretty much, I'm just going to stick with something simple. So this, I initially did this 2 by 20 feet, but I bumped it up just so you could actually see, a good amount of yards up here. If you're just doing one little flower bed, it's a little over half of a yard for a 10 foot by 4 foot kind of little shaped flower bed here. Or if you're buying bags, you're gonna get, I think they're cubic feet bags. I think that's what you can buy. Anyways, if you're not buying like a truckload of mulch from a landscape yard or something, and you want to get bags, at least around how many bags to get. For something small like a little 3 by 4 triangle here, 3 cubic feet, so pretty small. You're probably just gonna buy a few bags, but I did a big one down here just so you can get an idea of. This is really big, but just to get an idea of the equation. So what I did first is I found the area, 20 times 200, 20 feet times 200 feet, ended up being 4,000 square feet, which is a lot. So say maybe it's a driveway or something, who knows, and your depth, so say this is gravel, yeah. So you want a 3 inches of gravel. So you can see here I got my area, my depth. So my volume would be the depth times the area. So I did 3 over 12, so 3 inches, and there's 12 inches in a foot. So that way we have square feet, and then we are basically converting this 3 inches to feet. So 3 over 12 times 4,000 gives us 1,000 cubic feet of gravel that we want to put in this area. So I think what I showed you up here, 1 yard is 27 cubic feet. So that's what I did down here. I have my 1,000 cubic feet of gravel that I want to put in. I divide by 27, and that gives me the amount of yards that I would purchase. Now, a lot of times gravel will come in tons, and I think it depends on what size gravel you get, when you go from yards to tonnage. Maybe not, but that can probably be found online. But anyways, this calculation as far as yards goes, if you're doing something smaller and you need 3 yards or 4 yards, and can bring it in a small little dump truck, probably better off to get it all. If you do this calculation, you can get all at once rather than having them bring out 2 because you think it's enough and then needing some more. So anyways, I'll hover over these real quick if you want to take a look at any of the little equations I use, but pretty simple to do. A little bit of math involved. Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody more than what needs to be, because it's pretty simple to do. The big thing to remember is get your volume. That's area times the depth of your material you're putting in, and then if you're trying to go to yards, divide it by 27, and basically that'll give you the amount of yards that you need for whatever project you're doing. So anyways, thanks for watching. All right, bye.